The presidency has come under intense public attention as criticism continues to grow across the country, and in response, the government has moved quickly to defend its recent actions, insisting that every major decision taken so far is driven by national interest and long-term stability. The pressure is no longer limited to political opponents alone. It now includes civil society voices, professionals, business owners, young people, and families who are feeling the weight of current realities in their everyday lives. As this debate continues to spread, officials close to the government maintain that the administration is fully aware of the challenges Nigerians are facing and that the steps being taken, though difficult, are necessary to prevent deeper problems in the future. According to the presidency, many of the policies attracting criticism today are corrections to long-standing structural issues that have been avoided for years. The government argues that delaying these reforms further would only worsen the situation and leave the country in a more fragile position. While these explanations have been repeated across different platforms, public reaction shows that many citizens are more concerned about how these policies affect their daily lives right now, not just what they may achieve in the future. People want to see improvement they can feel, whether in food prices, transportation costs, job opportunities, or general security. This is where the gap between government messaging and public experience becomes clear. On one hand, officials say progress is being made gradually and that results cannot appear overnight. On the other hand, citizens say hardship feels immediate and constant, making patience increasingly difficult. As this conversation continues, the presidency insists it is not ignoring the pain Nigerians are expressing. Government representatives say various support measures and economic adjustments are already in place, even if their impact is not yet fully visible. At the same time, critics argue that communication alone cannot solve real-life pressure. They say explanations must be backed by visible relief and clear timelines. Many Nigerians are asking simple questions. When will prices stabilize? When will security feel stronger? And when will daily life become easier for the average person? These questions are now central to public discussion, and each new government statement is carefully examined by both supporters and critics. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss ongoing updates and clear explanations of what is happening in real time. Another major point of criticism revolves around security. While the government continues to assure the public that security agencies are working actively and making progress, fear and uncertainty remain in several communities. The presidency says many security operations cannot be fully disclosed for strategic reasons, and that success in this area often happens quietly. However, citizens affected by insecurity say their daily experiences do not yet reflect the confidence expressed by officials. This difference between official reports and public feeling continues to fuel debate and criticism. Economic pressure remains one of the strongest drivers of public frustration. Rising living costs have affected families across income levels, and small businesses are also struggling to adjust. The presidency argues that economic reforms are designed to stabilize the system and attract investment, which will eventually create opportunities and reduce pressure. Yet many Nigerians say the waiting period is becoming too long, especially for those living from one income cycle to the next. Political analysts observing the situation believe that trust plays a key role in how these policies are received. When people feel included and informed, they are more likely to endure short-term difficulty. When they feel disconnected, even necessary reforms can face resistance. This is why public engagement has become a major focus for the administration. Officials are now speaking more often, responding to criticism directly, and attempting to explain decisions in simpler terms. Please like this video and subscribe as we continue to break down these developments in a clear and understandable way. Despite these efforts, the criticism has not slowed down. Some Nigerians believe the government is moving too slowly, while others believe the challenges are larger than any single administration. There are also those who argue that global economic pressures have affected many countries, not just Nigeria, and that comparisons should be made carefully. Still, for citizens facing immediate difficulties, global explanations offer little comfort. What matters most is improvement at home. As the presidency continues to defend its actions, it faces a critical moment. The balance between explaining policy and delivering results will determine how public opinion evolves in the coming months. If citizens begin to see real improvement in their daily lives, public pressure may reduce. If not, the criticism is likely to grow even louder and more persistent. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to support consistent and balanced news analysis. Public reaction continues to evolve as more Nigerians openly discuss how current policies affect their daily lives, and these conversations are no longer happening only online. They are happening in offices, markets, schools, transport stations, and homes. Many citizens say they understand the need for reform, but they also feel that understanding alone does not reduce pressure. What people want is a sense of direction and reassurance that their sacrifices will lead to real improvement within a reasonable time. This feeling has kept the criticism alive, even as the government continues to explain its position. The presidency maintains that governing a complex country like Nigeria requires balancing difficult choices. Officials argue that focusing only on short-term comfort without fixing deeper problems would be irresponsible. They believe that some of the discomfort being felt now is the cost of correcting systems that have been unstable for many years. However, for many Nigerians, this explanation feels distant from their reality. When food, transport, rent, and basic services take up most of a person's income, long-term promises can feel abstract and uncertain. Please like this video and subscribe so you can continue to get clear and calm explanations of national issues without confusion or exaggeration. Another layer to this situation is the role of public expectation. Over time, Nigerians have developed high expectations from leadership, especially during periods of transition. When expectations are not met quickly, frustration naturally grows. Analysts say this is why communication is just as important as policy. People want to feel that their leaders are not only making decisions but also listening carefully to feedback and adjusting where necessary. The government says it is listening. Officials point to consultations, internal reviews, and adjustments already made in response to public concern. They insist that governance is not static and that policies can be refined as realities change. Still, critics argue that these adjustments are not always clear to the public, making it difficult for citizens to see progress. This lack of clarity continues to affect public confidence. Security concerns also remain part of the wider criticism. While officials highlight ongoing efforts, many Nigerians judge security by how safe they feel going about their daily routines. When people hear of incidents or experience fear, confidence drops, regardless of official assurances. The presidency says improving security is a gradual process that requires coordination, resources, and patience. Citizens agree that it is complex, but they also want visible reassurance that safety is improving steadily.